Like, it's warm in here, isn't it?
It is hot, and I've come in a hooded top.
Yeah, that's why I took mine off, mate.
Yeah, I can't take this
What,
off.
you saying you're bare under there?
It's a vest. You know, ISSA. It's a vest, bro. It's a vest.
Oh yeah, man. We are in a warm studio today, and as you can see, I'm in my t-shirt. But Illness is saying that he can't take his hoodie off because he's naked.
Oh, you're putting this on the record. Man started the podcast on the record. All right, say less.
The conversation is on site.
Absolutely.
SK Vibemaker DJ Illness.
But once again,
thank you very much to the good people at Levi's. You know what I'm saying? We are here, Levi's Haus of Strauss, man. I was going to say something, but I don't want any pause moments today. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so the pause police are outside. There was actually a clip, I don't know if you saw it. I'm sure I've sent it in the group of not even how many, how like stingent, I think the word is, that Dame Dash is with the word pause. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
He is outside with it, and obviously Cameron, woo, it's the culture over there, you get me? But let me ask you a question, man.
Ask the question. I'm ready, man.
Where's the guest today, bro?
There's no guest. We don't need a guest, man. You know
I thought this was just like a promoting other people platform. What's the deal?
It definitely isn't, man. I think they need to get very used to the fact that we have intel and stuff to talk about, and we don't need other people in the building, man. If you want to watch those prior episodes, go onto the YouTube, subscribe, get involved. There's loads of episodes there. But we are here having conversations, just SK Vibemaker and DJ Illness. Is that okay, though?
No. But obviously, I set you up there. That was like a NEMZZ thing.
He's trying to assist. MTK's in the building. Rachel's here.
Yeah, what's going on?
No, we're outside, yeah. Big shouts out to Dizzy Rascal. Big shouts out to Vibar. Big shouts out to Ace. Big shouts out to who am I forgetting? Prior episodes. Gassed Up cast.
Sarah Harrison was in the building too.
Big shouts out to our fellow DJs. Everyone, listen, the on-site door is always open for guests to come through and, you know, chop up the conversation.
But maybe don't get upset if, like, you know, maybe they might want to come on and they don't get to come on.
You said that. I just said the door's open because we're going to be standing on business, bro. So if you're going to speak on someone, you have to have the door open to allow them to come and represent themselves. It's not a defending thing because I'm not really on attacking anybody. We got to keep do you know one thing I feel like podcasts or YouTube shows generally have to be mindful of? You should speak into this camera like the person's in the room. I think that. I ain't going to lie, might have been guilty of stepping out of pocket before on something like that, but I just think that's it. So yeah, door's always open, man. What's going on? What's the latest, my brother?
Yeah, man. You know what? We just mentioned Sarah Harrison, and for some reason it's stuck on my brain, man. She's flown out to Los Angeles, the west coast of America this week. And I don't want to say like, fear of missing out. Is it fear of missing out, or is it just like, I wish I was there as well? But I know I went there twice at the end of last year and I spent some money and I feel like, yo, just chill. Because I was like encouraged. I was maybe thinking like I should maybe fly out there this month, and I was like, all right, chill, innit?
Look, I'm gonna have to message Sarah Harrison. Look what she's done to you, man. Do you know what I'm saying? But to be fair, let me ask you this question because, like, I obviously saw some of the posts you made when you was out in LA. What's more memorable though, the money you spent or that Lauryn Hill concert there? Because come on, now, lots going on out there, bro.
Lauryn Hill, like, it wasn't even like, it was a good moment. I more see it as like the moment that I went with my cousin and, you know what I mean, like memories and stuff, man. But
man's getting sent.
It's even sentimental. like, I mean, I like being out in Los Angeles, and then if you rinse it too much, like whatever it is that you like, then you fear that you're going to rinse it and it's just going to become dead in it. So it's like pacing, moderation.
Do you know what? I can like, I understand that because I went through a stage when I was there at least 3-4 times a year and I was like, all right, it became like home. COVID happened, ain't been in a while. Can't wait to get back.
Now you're missing it there.
Yeah, can't wait to get back. I won't say I'm missing it, but yeah, I feel like I need to head back out.
People say that London is one of the most expensive places in the world, but I feel like Los Angeles, like California, I feel like I don't think it's cheaper out there than it is here.
You know, I'm just going to say, my take on that is just city life, bro. If you go to Paris, you're going to spend a pretty penny. You know what I'm saying? LA, woo. Yeah, man, New York's expensive as well, man. I think, maybe because I know more people in LA, but I think I spent the bag in New York and I'm not in a rush to go back because I feel like everything good out there costs more than it's supposed to.
Yeah,
and that was before the cost of living price hike on everything.
Before the crisis, because if you ain't gone to like places like California, Los Angeles, I don't know if you're aware of this, like we're taking it for granted because we go there, but like you might see the price of something, you go to the till and they add a little bit extra on as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got the price and then they got the price without tax.
The hidden VAT basically.
Yeah, and then when you go to the till, like over here, you see the price, it is that price. Whereas when you go to the till in California, they got their little VAT that they add on or whatever, and they don't include it on the price you see anyway. You know what I'm saying? SK Vibemaker DJ Illness, ONSITE, MTK's in the building, Rachel's here.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some music, man. I feel like before we talk about we got some stuff to talk about today. New music is something that we need to talk about every week. And the guy NEMZZ.
On the topic of new, before we get to NEMZZ, I just want to say something that we forgot to mention. New YouTube, guys. New YouTube channel. New YouTube channel. Brand new. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe.
Subscribe to Tim.
And,
it's not even shameless.
No, but it just makes me laugh when people say that in the videos. But you actually need to repeat them things. And listen, the comments are officially open as well. The comments are open because in future episodes, we're going to respectfully talk about some comments, you know, like we're supposed to. Anyway, NEMZZ.
Do you know why we have to actually tell them to like and subscribe and all them kind of things? Because what I realized, you see TikTok, which is obviously the social media platform that everyone loves. You can see obviously who likes, but you can see who's been viewing your post, like your video. And like sometimes when you notice these people are viewing, watching, but they're actually not liking. And I'm not even trying to be the police like that. But should I say to you, if you watch my thing, like my thing? So we do that with YouTube. Should I do it with TikTok as well?
I mean, that one caught me off guard. But what I'll say is, what I think liking is a bit of a culture on social media. Like I see all of my people them's thing. I might not like it, but when I see them, I might speak to them about it. Do you get what I'm
because
saying?
In your mind you're like, I enjoyed this, and in your mind you feel like you liked it, but you didn't actually physically like it?
I don't know what you just said. Yeah,
like, because you might like it in your mind. You're like, this is good. You're enjoying the content, but you actually don't press the like button.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, to the content creator, whoever it may be, yourself, myself, or whoever in the room, that like's important. But to that person, at least they're subscribing to your thing. At least they can see that, or you can see on that platform that they're watching your thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So I suppose that's kind of a currency within itself. If this repeat, they keep showing up. Do you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, they didn't like it. Who keeps going back to something they don't? Like, look at me sitting on the fence. I'm getting splinters here, man. But like the ting, everything, like it. So new music, let's rerun back the ting because I have to be respectful to our guy NEMZZ who's just dropped a project called
DND. Do not disturb, because he's Mr. DND, because he says that he don't, you know what I mean? Like his phone's on DND. He's the guy that's not really contactable. If you've heard his music before, you know that he weaves that into a lot of his rhymes, him being the Mr. DND. Hailing from Manchester. If you're not from the UK, that's the northern part of the UK, the United Kingdom.
There is much further north. Like people in Newcastle and all that will get onto you for calling it.
It's not the furthest north
of London.
But it's definitely north of London and significantly north of London.
Significantly north of London. I just have a lot of people in Newcastle that will get onto me, so I've got to just stand on business for them. All right, cool. Before we talk about this project in depth, hot takes, like let's get it out of the way. Let's do our hot takes, and then we're gonna have to elaborate about it after because we've got the production police behind the camera who's gonna stop us from taking a very long time.
What's your hot take?
Hot takes. So basically,
production.
I got a checklist that we're gonna get through. So on all of our hot takes that we're gonna be doing and going forward. So let's get into it. The best production on the album. You can shoot first.
PTSD. Hungry for love. It's a little song. I can't sing, but that's a little sample which is looped on the song, and I think it's sick. Zell produced it, man. He's like executively produced the project. So he's handled the production. And that song, PTSD, where he's getting very emotional, that's the standout production.
That was one of mine as well. For sure. Yeah.
I don't know if he listened to it or if he's just piggybacking on a low key
100%.
one.
Had a Sade sample.
MTK. Okay, all right. I'll let you off. He's coming with receipts. Coming with receipts. Ironically enough, the fire beat that I've got is on the deluxe package, which I only just managed to catch before. I listened to the project initially, but I only just managed to catch the deluxe, which dropped very recently on the way here. And my track, like the production, I Know You Care featuring Heady One. Aggression, energy, but mad. All right, cool.
Man dropped the deluxe the same week, you know. Man didn't even wait a full 7 days.
We need to talk about... No. I'm going to pause you on that because that's a whole... No, but that's a whole... Man's laughing after.
I did that. I'm not laughing it like... I'm laughing it like, yo, my thing's different. You know what I'm saying? NEMZZ like, my thing's different. I'm going to serve you the deluxe 4 days after I released the main one. Not even a full 7 days or 2 weeks. Deluxe, extra tracks, bang.
I'm trying to limit tangents, but that is a conversation in terms of how you package your project. Do you get what I'm saying?
Favorite lyric.
Ooh.
For me, it's on L's. All my L's, they come with a V. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that the hook?
Yeah, that's the hook. And I like it. It's simple and sweet for me. It's simple.
Hook.
It's slick. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the metaphors of metaphor, but I feel like he was slick with that one. All my L's, they come with a V. You know the brand LV, and he's saying these L's, these losses, they come with a V. They're expensive. The bounce back is expensive.
Okay. I'm not going to lie. I struggled a bit for my favorite because there was a bunch, but I can't even quote it verbatim because I should have written it down. But it was bar that made me laugh was when he was talking about all of the people that are older than him that are shot in for a next man. That made me laugh. That made me laugh. So that was my bar. MT, you got one?
One that made me laugh was he came up with a skincare routine. Bust on her face and get rid of that acne. Yeah. Fair enough.
MTK showed up today, you know. He showed up today.
You like that kind of like topic.
You know what? It made me chuckle on the train still. Can't lie.
Man wanna talk to me but ain't done ish about he said man wanna talk to me but ain't done ish for their mum on ETA. Again, it's not the metaphor, it's of metaphor.
Okay,
but like the
just one. Don't try and do the whole thing.
All my L's, they come with a V.
Okay, cool.
Replay value.
I'm going to be honest. For me, I really enjoyed the project, but I think it's a certain tracks thing. I don't think I'm rushing back to play the album like from cover to cover in a hurry. So I'm saying certain tracks.
I'm saying it's maybe not high replay value, but I say it's a good level of replay value. Like the production is in a certain pocket that I like, and I feel like maybe there's not a high variation on subject matter, but yeah, this has got a good replay value for me.
Okay, cool.
I think I struggle with replay value on this. I think I enjoy some of the production. I think themes are a bit samey for me. The way I feel about it is like if I was 18, I'll probably be like rinsing this out.
You're talking about age. I'm going to pause you on that because that's something we need to talk about after.
Why doesn't it have high replay value for you though?
Content. Projects that have high replay value for me are brain food. This is a vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? So if I'm in the vibe, I'm going to pick certain tracks off of it. I'm not necessarily going to rush to play the whole thing. And that is a disclaimer, I suppose, for every project that we're going to review going forward. I've said it now, I ain't going to have to repeat myself again.
So maybe we should specify on the replay value. You feel like there's a lot of replay value when you feel like you can listen to it over and over again and then you get more from it each time you're listening from it. Whereas this is a vibe.
Yeah,
so that's what you're
basically.
Saying. Cool.
Okay, cool. How many skips?
The only song I didn't really like was the song Doom.
My reaction like that because that's the one that I had. But the maddest thing, my quotable bar came from Doom. How about that? So, yeah, at first I would have skipped Doom, but then on replay, I wouldn't skip it. So I'm like, it's calm, straight play for me.
Ironically, yeah, my favorite bar came from Doom as well, but I wouldn't reload it, I don't think.
Okay, cool.
I feel like NEMZZ, wrapping up like a quick fire review, I feel like he has set the bar on this is his first project. This is actually his second project, but it's his first official mixtape. And I think that he set a bar now, which is a good standard for him to launch off of.
If you want to wrap it up then, describe the project in a word or phrase.
Good first bar.
Word or phrase.
It'd be on my playlist if I was 18 years old.
Isn't that like a whole sentence?
My
word or phrase is 808s and vibes. That's my word or phrase. And the reason why I say that is because before I heard the deluxe version, it was just the way the whole thing is produced. There's no bass lines, bro. It's just that 808 slapping through every single song. And that just sets the vibe. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, the fact that I'm even giving you such in-depth kind of analysis of the project means I've had good time to listen to it. And yeah, I'm appreciating this project. So big up NEMZZ.
On a bit of a deeper dive, like this is his first official project, man. It's called DND, Do Not Disturb. NEMZZ Type Beat was released in 2023. I feel like he has been steadily ascending over the last 2 years and built up some real anticipation for this project. So this landing, like it's not about the numbers, but you can see that he's making an impact, man. And he's repping for like Manny. And I want to say as well, like, I feel like what NEMZZ has to give is he might not be the sickest lyrically, like sickest. I don't want to make comparisons to other artists that people might say are sick, but his style, his vibe, his cadence, the Manny cadence, I would compare it to like the way that we were feeling in like maybe the mid-noughties when people were loving the ATL Atlanta drawl of like ludicrous.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's how I'm feeling about the Manchester cadence.
Okay, so I'm gonna be. I don't want to digress too much, but I've never heard the phrase or coined Manchester cadence before. Like, this is just a vibe to me. You get what I'm saying? And I think it's ironic that you mentioned about lyrical content, because you actually caught up with NEMZZ, and you obviously done an interview. You can plug your interview as you love to do in a minute.
My interviews are hotter.
See, I knew it was coming. And he actually touched on lyricism. You asked him about lyricism, and the
class of lyricism, the art of lyricism.
The class of lyricism. And he broke it down in a certain way where he said, you know, older school fans are more into the deeper metaphors, the deeper similes, you know, lyricism, whereas the younger fans are, you know, just more interested in what I interpreted as the vibe. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if I all the way agree with that.
Well, he said that his demographic for his music is 13 to 19 years old. He just turned 20. Like, he just turned 20. Okay. So he's saying that that's the demographic for his music. And I was a bit taken back by that. You know what I'm saying?
Why would you say that you're taken back by that?
Because I was like, that's quite a young audience, really. Like, it's quite a young audience.
You don't get that sense from his vibe, his music?
I enjoy it. Yeah, I'm not in that demographic.
But
no. It's enjoyable.
We can enjoy it and be outside of the demographic. But I think, like, just to hear you don't usually hear artists put an age category on their music. So for him to freewillingly just shoot from the hip with like, my music is for 13 to 19-year-olds, I was like, okay.
I think that's very insightful of him, yeah.
Do you know what, yeah? My hat comes off to him for knowing like that, having that level of targeting, because, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is music, it's an art form, but at the same time, there's a business and an industry behind it. And knowing who you're talking to is so important. I mean, it may...
Talk to your audience.
Yeah, but it may be restricting to the art form, which is why, you know, you can only take it, or I believe you should only take it with, you know, a pinch of salt. But I actually have to commend him for being that tuned in. I mean, some people might say that he's got his analytics. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I don't recall many artists commenting on how tuned into their audience they are. So I have to give him kudos for that. But I thought that was interesting.
I really thought that was interesting. Not to be condescending, man. He's a wise young guy. Do you know what I'm saying? And I definitely got that from the conversation we had, man. And I just want to, I said it in the interview as well, that he's slick with his lyricism, with his wordplay, with his vibe, with his cadence. You know what I mean? Like, just to get a sense of the vibe that he's on, man. Like, Money and Vibes is one of his big songs. He's just got the vibe where he says, I just need money and vibes, don't need none of that simple-ish. That's the kind of vibe he's on. That's what he talks about. Them man, they stay posting quotes, but in real life, ain't doing a thing. Yeah. That's what he says on Reflection on the chorus. That's the kind of vibe he's on. PTSD is quite a vulnerable song. He's saying, no one checked on me when I needed. That's on the chorus. This is what this guy's like.
But I just want to highlight something that I picked up on and you've just overly highlighted. This guy can really write a hook. Like, he can really write a hook. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in all of the vibes that he's providing, do you know what I'm saying? There's memorable things that if you actually isolate, and something that I take from Chip, he said, if you actually take lyrics and, you know, put it on like a piece of artwork, like print it out and actually read it, it actually says more than you think somebody's actually saying. Do you know what I'm saying? You can really interpret these things properly. So yeah, good that we all picked up on that.
When you type out, like when you actually make it, like, because rap's a poetry, innit? When you actually type out some artist's lyrics, they show their ass sometimes, because you realize that, like, in a melody and in a freaking vibe of a song, it might sound kind of good, but when you actually look at it as text, it's a whole load of bullshit.
Who are you talking about?
I'm just saying, some rappers in general.
The conversation is on site. And when you say something here, you got to stand on business.
Nah, I'm saying there's a lot of rappers, man. If you want to type down their lyrics and read it out, like you read it to your mum or you read it to, it don't even need to be an older person. You might read it to anybody and they don't know who the artist is or it's a song. They're going to be like, that's some bullshit. And that's how some artists really...
And how do artists get away with that? The production?
Production, vibes, melodies.
Is that like a good thing? Like, is that calm or no?
Bro, I'm telling you now that this is a whole topic that we're going to have with an artist when they're in the room. The conversation is on site today.
So you know what? Salute NEMZZ, man. DND is the project. I want to give kudos to Zell, who handled a lot of production on this project, man. As you can see, the great results of having an executive producer on a project. And yeah, man, I just want to say on the features, I didn't need Lil Yachty. I didn't need him on that song. Like NEMZZ was at the beginning of the song doing his thing, building up a vibe. The production was cool on the song, and then Little Yachty comes in, and I didn't need that. I just want to say that I'm not even trying to character.
You're parring, and just stand on your par.
Nah, it's not a par. Like Little Yachty does his thing separately. I just didn't need him on this song.
That was a skip for me as well. That one there.
We found a skip. Okay. Yeah, no. I mean, listen, big up K-Trap as well on the features. There was a few features, and I mean,
Heady was on it as well.
Yeah. Well, that was obviously one of my tracks. I think Heady's verse feels serious as well.
I know you care.
Yeah. That was a very, very serious feature as well. So, you know what I'm saying? He's getting respect from some of the top dogs in the scene. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, big up NEMZZ.
Yeah, NEMZZ is steadily ascending, man. He set a good bar, man. The future's bright.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The conversations ONSITE, SK Vibemaker, DJ Illness,
Back
MTK.
once again.
Rachel's here. You know what I'm saying? You know what, like, what's kind of been barbershop talk recently, even though we're even in a barbershop, but you know what we say when we talk about barbershop, it's when you're talking with your man and with your people, them, is the art of lyricism. I spoke about it with NEMZZ. Is lyricism dead?
Hell no. I mean, as NEMZZ said, the appreciation of lyricism in the younger audience may not be as high in the pecking order as it is for, you know, older generations, but dead which part? Which part?
I think some people argue because, so most rappers will tell you that they're lyrical because they're putting some kind of lyrically stuff into their bars, you know what I'm saying? But when we talk about, what do we class as lyricism? What do you class as lyricism?
I want to say that the definition of a lot of terms that are thrown around in music are understood differently by different generations. So what you're saying lyrically, that was a par on a lot of people, and I'll let you have that one.
No, because somebody will say that they can cook, but they're just making like picking some like tuna and rice. Yeah. Like you can cook, but can you cook though?
What are you saying? Do the whole Michelin thing?
I'm not even saying that deep, but like, can you cook though?
Yeah.
So lyricism, yes, you're a lyricist if you're doing something with lyrics. 2 out of 10.
Do you know what I think?
But
I think, yeah.
Wordplay.
This is a bit of a soapbox statement moment. I think that music works in cycles. And if you want to survive a cycle, you have to have more than just hype. And I think with rappers, that's where lyricism comes in. So you see the man that have been outside 10, 15 summers. That's when we're talking about lyricism.
Does that have to be built on lyricism? That could be just great songs, great vibes.
Great songs. I mean, melodies
A great
are
song
important.
doesn't necessarily need to be a great lyricism.
To survive, you need to be a lyricist, I believe. In the rap game, if you're making music that is just going out consistently in the mainstream space, okay, you might be able to scur, but to survive, I mean, look, if you look at some of the men that have survived 10 summers, they can all bar, bro.
We say that Snoop Dogg, who's one of the most celebrated rappers that came out with his debut album Doggy Style in 1993, which was a masterpiece. Is he a lyricist?
I think so. I think there's a lot of Snoop Dogg quotables that even as I say that pop into your head right now. Tangent over. Let's get back to the thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Snoop Dogg, 100%. But listen, when I'm talking or when I'm saying what I'm saying, I'm talking about here.
I'm not trying to character assassinate Snoop Dogg though, by the way.
No, he's a legend. You can't character assassinate a man that's a legend.
He's the big man. But when we talk about lyricism, I feel like right now, of this generation, when we talk about lyricism, we're talking about, in the UK, we're talking about someone like Dave or Potter Paper. On the other side of the Atlantic, we're talking about like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. And we can see the difference of like a Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole versus
Lil Yachty.
A Lil Yachty. Exactly.
Okay. So this is where it gets a bit techie.
Or like a Sexy Red. We can see the different levels of lyricism.
Okay. I see where this is going. I see where this is going. Yeah, I'm standing on what I said. I believe what I said. I believe it. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm saying that that's what I believe. I think for you to last the test of time, you need to have something that people remember you by in your music. You can be famous for a long time. You can be famous for a very long time, but for you to be out here selling songs that people are going to come back to in the rap game, singers is a bit different, melody's cool. In the rap game, you need to have something about you.
You could have something
I just want to finish. And I feel like there are different levels of lyricism, but there's a bar. And once you pass that bar, that's when you can stay. Because if the bar was Kendrick Lamar, some people have never got there and they've been around a long time. Do you get what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? There's different rappers here like Rich 32, etc., etc. Some people will never reach that level of lyricism that these men are on. Do you know what I'm saying? But they're still good with it, nice with it. Does that answer your...
Do you know
think about that one.
No. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I was actually sitting here and I was thinking to myself, when it comes to UK lyricists, do I think about many new school rappers as lyricists, like these new schoolers? Because I think there's a lot of vibes going on.
Let's come back in
vibes.
Let's come back in 3 to 5 years and see if these people are still here. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's necessarily about standing the test of time, because like I said, I think that a good song isn't necessarily built on sick lyricism.
A song can live longer than an artist though.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily built on sick lyricism. It could be like a great hook and a great vibe.
I'm not arguing with you at all. I'm not arguing with you, but I think we're making two completely different points. I'm talking about artists that can come back, put their project out, and people are flocking to go and listen to it. Because you can have a huge record, and I know many names are popping into your mind of rappers, and I'm specifically talking about rap because I think the game changes when we start talking about singers. You can have huge records that live a very long time and you can't get a show.
Or you can have artists that have a big song and you don't know who the artist is.
Okay, I'm struggling to think of somebody like that, but possible. It's possible.
Oh, but I also want to make the point as well that like some of the dopest lyricists can't make great songs. So like there's an art form. Like you don't need to be considered good just because you aren't the greatest lyricist. You know what I'm saying? You can make a great song.
All right. I want to talk about an artist that's just dropped a project that I think is a very good lyricist. Yeah. His name is Jordy. I'm terrible and I want to apologize to both artists. Sometimes when I'm on the phone or I'm talking about, I get Jords and Jordy mixed up. They don't sound nothing alike, but the name's very close.
And they're very different artists as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I just said they sound nothing alike.
Because the other one calls himself Jords Online as well sometimes.
Okay. So I want to talk about Jordy, who just dropped his project, SNM. We're talking about lyricism. Before we get into this project, hot takes again. You can go first this time, Matthew. Best production.
Best production for me was Tall Money. That was a proper vibe for me.
SK, best production.
Best production, like Wonder Kid is the song that I was drawn to. Like
for production,
it's simple. It's simple production.
That's the gram kid.
It's simple. It's simple production, but like, yeah, Wonder Kid. You know what I'm saying? What's yours?
He took it, man.
Great minds think alike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said a lot on Tour Money though.
He said a lot.
He said a lot on Tour Money.
Favorite lyric or quotable?
The quotable might actually be on Tour Money when he said, the YouTube got ends. I don't really like to say the word like unless I'm rapping a song, but I'm not rapping it with the beat, man. The YouTube got ends confused these days. Like I make skits and parodies. Ends think I'm a comedian, apparently. That's what I thought was like kind of dope. That was my bar.
Do you know what? I've actually found my notes here. I put an asterisk next to Why Do I Bother for my favorite production. So it was them two tied.
Yeah, Why Do I Bother as well?
Listen, okay, well, I'm going to get into it. My quotable bar was, I was a young, I don't like saying the N-word, guys. So I was
Are you copying me though?
No, I'm not copying you.
Because I hear you saying the N-word certain times.
not on wax.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't, because I'll look back at it and not like it.
Even though we're not on wax, but you know what he means, on record.
Yeah, but I'll look back at it and not like it. So I might say it in when I'm messing about, but not in here. I'll try not to anyway. I was a young spraying, and I'm really the most. I'm just saying, okay, if you're from the UK, you know who he's referencing to. And then he went on to Marble Notes.
I never watched Face, but I always watched Hands. That's on the same song. That's on Why Do I Bother as well. I never watched Face, but I always watch niggas' hands. I just said it.
Yeah, it really the most. Anyway, yeah,
Ninjas.
It was that bar, and then he went on to say something about. He said like people that just have drip but are not liquid. That bar, the whole bar, it's like about 4, but mad. Forgive me. So yeah,
you got a problem with me saying the N-word?
No,
man,
you're an agent.
You're adult, man.
I got 2 sets of lyrics. So I got imposter syndrome until I heard you niggas rap. The money on my mind was the money on my back. I was like, okay.
That was one of mine as well.
Yeah.
He's trying to claim. No. What we're gonna do?
I had it down here. I had it down here.
Now, what we're gonna do?
Imposter syndrome until I heard you ninjas rap.
What we're gonna do? Yeah, and I'm a stand on this as well. If someone gets there before you, can't try to claim it after, because that's dead. You gotta find it.
Shall I show you in my thing where I had it written down?
It's all right. I'm just saying from here going forward, innit, guys? All right, carry on. Anyway, carry on. What else is there?
I got another one here was I think this was of Wonder Kid.
We need to have clarity on that though. I heard what the imposter syndrome bar. Say it again so everyone really understands.
Imposter syndrome. Until I heard you niggas rap.
Yeah.
The money on my mind was the monkey on my back. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
All my real niggas, let's be realistic. It's pointless having all the drip and nothing liquid. That's just nothing, isn't it?
He wanted to get it off again.
No, I couldn't. You know what it is? No, but you can laugh, yeah? You can laugh.
When I done that with guests before, he said, all right, you're talking about the same song again. No. I was talking about Anakin that week. Do you remember?
Have you had your moment? Do you know what it was, yeah?
Run that one back,
you know what it is, yeah? No, I'm not running it back because you're an idiot, yeah? But shall I tell you what it is, yeah? It's just meant to be one, guys. You lot are doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got 7 or 8 or 9
he's a
here.
lyricist. What can we say?
You get me? All I care about is legacy, navigating through this thing and keeping my integrity. That hit. Do you know what I'm saying? I suffered in silence. I suffered in sin. But baby, but baby, to my core, I'm Isaiah 54. That's no weapons. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
I got them. Get me.
I think it's obvious to say that this project has high replay value. High replay value.
How many skips?
Boy, this is a concise project just under 22 minutes, man. There's no skips.
No skips.
It's just under 22 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it's done. Like, I feel like Jordy's the type of artist here. He don't waste no time here. There's no filler. There's no long outro, nothing like that. There's no long intro.
Cool. This is hot takes. This is hot takes, not thing. Describe the album in a phrase or word.
To get off still.
Yeah, we can talk about it after. Come on, man.
Bro.
Describe the album in one word or phrase, bro.
Just bars.
My one's Underground Champion, man. Underground Champion. I feel like that's a double-sided one as well, but it's Underground Champion.
Mine's HMP, bro. Bars. Bars.
When you say HMP, I thought you were trying to say it's for the man them in prison.
No, I'm talking about the actual physical bar, bro.
I love it.
Yeah. So what we say
is a level, man. I'm going to have the metaphorical roundups as well. You know
man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Did you used to write bars as well?
I mean, listen, I may or may not have ghost written some things that y'all have heard. I'm guessing. I lived in a studio for many years. Come on, bro. It's natural to me. So what we saying about this project? Because before I even brought this project up, we were talking about lyricism being dead. I'm offended that notion was even said on this podcast, man.
Rachel, is lyricism dead? Like, do you feel like, do you...
Welcome to the microphone, Rachel.
How do you feel about it, man? The current state of rap, is lyricism dead? Metaphors, wordplay, all of that?
No, I don't think so. I feel like it gets pushed like into the shadows and it's not appreciated as much, but it's definitely alive.
But that maybe it's not appreciated because people don't care about it. They're more here for the wave, for the turn up, for the challenges, for the dances.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So yeah.
I don't think it's popping, but it's there.
What about for you though? Are you looking for bars when you listen to music?
Yeah, substance. I don't want to hear just, I got this, I got that. Like, all right.
This is why I feel like it's quite important to like really quantify where we're at when it qualifies as lyricism though, because everyone feels like they want lyrics, but how deep or complex do you want the lyrics?
So I want to talk about Jordy a little bit because I think this is like what you're asking. There are like, I don't know, if I use the term street disciples, does everyone kind of get a picture of the artists that I'm talking about? People that kick knowledge, people that are helping lift the consciousness, people that
elevate.
Do you know what I'm saying? People that are talking to the culture and our people. And then there are just people that are very good with words. You get what I'm saying? And both are an art form. One you would say is very uplifting. One that you would just say is very entertaining. You get what I'm saying? But I think the art of being able to say more than one thing in one sentence is an art form. You get what I'm saying? And lyricism and how you choose to do that. I feel like with Jordy, I wouldn't call him like a street disciple, but he's really standing on business. His integrity and what he stands for resonates with every song. And I feel like that will attract a huge audience. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's the type of, this is a project, SNM, yeah. He's released 4 consecutive projects each year. He releases a project each year. He doesn't saturate, but he's consistent. If somebody came over from another country, this is a project that I feel like I would be quite proud to say this is UK rap. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
My masters are mine, but I'm a slave to this. That's what he said, you know?
Cold.
That's like a testament to like the independent rappers. He does this thing independent. He's spoken about deals gone wrong. You know what I'm saying? You hear when he was talking about it? Yeah?
Intro, bro.
Yeah.
Intro.
You know what I'm saying? Boy. What else did he say? F an enemy award. I got enemies. F an enemy award. I got.
We're gonna be
enemies.
here all day. We might as well play the project. We might as well play the project,
believe
guys.
that, man. Like he's got bars.
I'm intrigued to find out when he's doing a live show and actually go and see how good this guy is on stage because he's definitely caught my attention with this project, like properly.
Wonder Kid, like again, my standout. I just want to get some of my quotables off. You can get yours off. I want to get some of my quotables off. Awards make me sick. Validation, F this ish. F Grammys, F the Brits. Bun the mainstream, run the bits. That's what JME said on Wonder Kid. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Imposter syndrome. Till I heard you in Ninja's rap. That's what he said on Why Do I Bother? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's got bars, man. I'm trying to show my young boys the way.
Guys,
I'm trying to show my young boys the way like I'm Garmin.
Guys, can we let the audience listen to the project now? Please. Please. Like, Jordy, look what you've done, bro. You've taken over the podcast, bro.
Let's talk about the production. The production on this project is mad. PLT is like on some Griselda vibe. You know what I'm saying? Wonder Kid is on some sly grime vibe, but it's not grime, but it's reminiscent of the grime thing. The Most Generous is on some sly J Dilla vibe to all the people that like that jazz, soulful kind of hip hop production.
Do you like this project, bro?
I like this project, bro.
Do you like this project, bro?
I love this project, man.
Okay.
8 tracks.
By the way, I want to say I was the first Jordy fan in here, by the way, because I put you onto him. You know, I don't know about you.
Is this what we're doing? Is this what we're doing?
I just want to put that out there.
Is this what we're doing? All right, cool. Listen, Jordy.
What year and month did you start listening to Jordy,
We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. Listen, we got a lot to talk about, bro. We got a lot to talk about.
Wrapping up the Jordy project, SNM, yeah. 8 tracks, under 22 minutes, 2 features. He didn't need no features to help him. Concise, to the point. I don't want to say instant classic, but very good. Don't listen to this in the gym though. I done that on one of my first listens and maybe it went over my head a little bit, but like really sit down and listen to this, drive around to this. Yeah, man. Put this on, man. SNM. Jordy.
Yeah. You usually get onto me for not going mad about projects that are not straight for the club and I'm here singing this project's praises. So
how is Jordy underrated, bro?
You said it. I didn't say he was underrated.
Is he rated as much as he should be rated?
We'll find out when it comes time for him to sell his concert tickets.
How do you both feel, speaking on lyricism, and I guess we can all agree that Jordy feels that space, but whatever that space that is that he feels, I don't feel like it's very much occupied. Like you said, you would recommend it to someone who was coming from abroad.
You're going to set this guy off. So I'm just going to stop you and say different audiences, different spaces, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? He goes to No Names concerts. You want to talk about this kind of space? Let's not do that, guys. But Griselda are here. Let's not do that.
They're going to put him in alternate UK rap category. That's what he's going to be put into.
And yet you think that it should be representative of what the UK has to offer.
He's one of the faces, yeah. But he's independent.
I'm biting my tongue all over the place. Guys, you see should and deserve and all of that. It don't exist, bro. It don't exist. Like, you are your own artist. Go to your fans, do your thing, make as much money as you want, put on a good tour, entertain us, and let's keep moving. Because do you know what, right? Do you know what? We're talking about putting things in boxes. Right, listen, a topic that I saw on social media this week, yeah? Wizkid. Yes, Wizkid. Think of all of his aliases. Wizkid has gone online this week, right? And this is talking to what you're talking about in terms of putting things in boxes. And he's cursing, guys. He's using the F word. You get me? I'm trying to keep it PC. I don't know why, because it's on.
He said, "I'm not a fucking Afrobeats artist. I'm not a fucking Afrobeats artist."
He said, "I'm not an Afrobeats artist," and this is what I'm talking about when you start putting things in boxes. He then went on to elaborate. He said a lot more.
He's trying to take himself out of the box. But if you want to see that as a box or whatever, he's been making Afrobeats. He's been making Afrobeats.
Yeah, definitely.
See, the problem is when an artist has been making a specific genre and they've been the face of that genre, their discography is of a particular genre, and then you want to turn around afterwards and say, I'm not of that genre. It's like, bro, all right, maybe say that you make more than, or you can make other genres. If you want to say that you're not that, then why have you not made music outside of that genre?
Guys. Then? Essence. If that song was played to you and you didn't know who any of the artists was, and they said to you, this is an R&B song, would you argue?
So of course. Like,
no. You just said a whole lot. So now look at you just done a moonwalk, my guy. You just done a whole moonwalk. And this is what I'm saying about putting things in boxes. I've been on this very camera many times before, and I'm saying, listen, music is music. I understand.
You think I'm going to allow him to shut me down on like that?
No, hold on. No, because I'm just making the point. At the end of the day, I've been on this camera many times before, and I've said, like, the putting things in boxes, I understand it in terms of marketing. I understand it in terms of selling things to, like when you're trying to partner with brands and things like that, trying to get column inches in magazines and things. You need to kind of let the idiot, that's never a bad word to use, have an idea of the lineage of what's coming at them. But music is music, guys. And I feel like we're getting
tell that to the artist. See, I totally have a total opposite point.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Tell that to the artist. Like, it's a pet peeve of mine when an artist is like, oh, I'm not just a genre, I do bearer things. It's like, yo, just make the music. We'll tell you what you're making. Do you get it? Like, you don't have to come in here and be like, no,
so
real talk.
Why shouldn't the artist be able to dictate what their music is, though?
If I, okay, let's take whatever. Okay, we can even use Jordy as an example, right?
Let's go.
Okay, we could say, he's a UK rapper. He makes UK rap. Yeah, whatever that tint is, that aura. Like, if it's an American person thinking like, oh yeah, I know what UK rap sounds like, and then they hear Jordy and they're like, raw. That's not what I'm expecting. That's a pro for Jordy. He's showing that he goes beyond the bounds of the box. But don't come as an artist and be like, I'm going to tell you what you make. You just make the music and I will listen. And if it's a vibe, it's a vibe. Do you get it?
I don't know, like, I'm not here to say whether maybe it is a bit bad, man. If an artist is coming out of Jamaica, more time he's going to be called a dancehall artist, even if it's not actually dancehall. If an artist is coming out of Africa at the moment, West Africa, yes, they're going to call them by default an Afrobeats artist. If a man is on beat and he's rapping, he's putting words together and he's not singing, he's going to be called a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just like the default thing, innit?
I feel like I can pick that apart a little bit because we're talking about
pick it apart.
Art forms is one thing, like rapping, singing, that's kind of, it's quite clear what it is. But genres have become so blurred. For example, case in point, is Tyler out of South Africa, who has really come to prominence on the Amapiano sound, an Amapiano artist?
Yeah, well, we're going to see that she's definitely not going to carry that Amapiano thing down the road. We're going to see that. I think
case in point.
We're going to see that though, innit? We can see that.
Case in point.
That's precisely the point. And with WizKid, do you think, like, what is he, Grammy nominated, no? Do you think that we can't tell the difference between him and just like any other Afrobeat artist off the street?
He is a Nigerian
as the
African.
Audience, as the listeners, can tell the difference. Do you get it? So
he's a Nigerian African. He's going to carry that with him wherever he goes, but don't tell him. We're gonna agree to disagree because we're gonna be here a long time, yeah. But he's an African Nigerian artist. He will carry that with him where he goes. I don't ever think. And listen, I will turn my back on WizKid the day he says I no longer represent Nigeria, and I don't think that's what he's saying. But he will bring that into whatever room he walks into, if that makes sense in my understanding. But don't tell him he can't. Okay, so.
I'm not trying to brush it off like it's a dirty thing.
No. I don't think it's that. I think he's saying I'm allowed to enter into categories outside of just being up for the international artists. I think that's how I understood it. And I don't see that as a bad thing because look at Beyonce right now. Beyonce, all hail Queen B. She's just gone #1 in America selling country music. Guys, country music. Now, the beauty of this project is that we've all been reminded that racism is still alive because a lot of the country stations said we ain't playing no black woman on our station out there. So racism is still alive. Big up you guys that are into all of that thing. But she's just got #1 with it. Like, clean. So what? Is Beyonce only an R&B artist? Do we have to listen on all of our black music stations to this Texas Hold'em? Because I respect Beyonce to the core. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, she is Queen B, like, in all aspects.
Should Texas Hold'em be played on R&B stations?
I don't think it needs to be.
Play R&B.
Listen, because it's Beyonce, maybe it will be, but I don't want to hear that. I want to hear my R&B. That is not R&B. That is just Beyonce with her phenomenal talent. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't need to hear that. Because then next thing you know, we're going to get all these country artists now coming onto our stations playing our music when they've already got a space that they occupy, which is already a lot bigger than ours.
The reverse though, if a country artist makes an R&B song, shouldn't it be celebrated in R&B spaces?
I'm going to try and slow this down because tangent brewing.
Just like Justin Timberlake before, like
R&B
big up all of you guys that know Justin Timberlake, but before he was Justin Timberlake, the solo artist, he was very much a part of a pop band called NSYNC. But then when he came out as a solo artist, Justified, the debut album, I think it was 2004, 5 times, he made an R&B album.
100%. And there was...
at the time, people were kind of frowning on it. Like, what? My man was doing like pop music NSYNC. But then like, he became an R&B artist and was celebrated in R&B spaces.
Facts.
So it can be the reverse too though, innit?
Can be the reverse. But I feel like with what Beyonce's done in terms of actually saying, guys, this is a country album. Justin Timberlake came and said, guys, this is an R&B album. Obviously, the stigmas that come when this artist walks into your space are the stigmas that come with the artist walking into your space. But then when you have the wherewithal to distance yourself from the stigmas and appreciate the music and the content they're giving you, it becomes undeniable what they're delivering. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen, I'm about to hot
if
you
Taylor
up.
Swift
Some people have bought are looking to buy Justin Timberlake tickets, guys, in this room. Yeah, I'm just putting that out there. But
should I not be proud of that?
No,
whether I buy them or I acquire them, like, should I not go to a Justin Timberlake concert?
Listen,
you know the funniest thing, yeah? People in my family said, "Oh, why would you go to like Justin Timberlake?"
But this is the point. This is
like going to a Britney Spears concert. I say, you're dumb.
It's not. It's not 100% not.
Yeah.
But this is the point that I'm making. Like, at the end of the day, if somebody's trying to be a culture vulture and it stinks, it becomes very clear very quickly if they're a culture vulture. An artist that pops into my mind, and I want to get off this tangent, is Pink. Pink came out as an R&B artist, and in 30 seconds, she was a rock star. Do you know what I'm saying? She's brilliant, but do you know what I'm saying? There's culture vulturing.
Was that culture vulturing, or was that I changed my mind, or was that the label pressuring?
My understanding of her career, which is why I don't want to try and vilify her as being a culture vulture, is it was decisions out of her hands, and as soon as she had the power to do what she wanted to do, she did it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was culture vulturing, but not by her specifically. How about
the genre thing gets very messy, man. I'm telling you what, man. If Taylor Swift jumps on a J Haus remix, yeah. And she does the thing and she starts, she vocalizes some of them J Haus lines, yeah? What, are we not going to play that? Would we not play it? Would we not play it?
It will be a sad day the day I play it.
Why would it be a sad day? Why would it be a sad day? Because Beyonce can flip and go and do country music and go and be heralded in that space. Why can't Taylor Swift then jump on a J Haus thing and sing his hook?
Okay, so we're going to be specific to these two artists. Beyonce's from Texas in the South, where country music is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very clear at this point that Taylor Swift, it would be a hype for her, or even.
Do you know where she's from?
Hype, if not hype,
I couldn't even tell you where Taylor Swift from.
I don't know where she's from. If not hype, it would be a side project and a side mission. Do you know what I'm saying? So listen. If it's fire, I'm not prejudiced. If it's fire, it's fire. Which is why I said it will be a sad day, because we all have to just humble ourselves. That's why it would be sad.
Like, it's the same though, because I feel like when Justin Timberlake pivoted from NSYNC to go and do R&B and hooked up with like Timbaland and the Neptunes, who are certified in the hip hop and R&B space, it was like, yo, certified, yeah, celebrated in the R&B space. If Taylor Swift works with like J Haus and then works with J5 and starts working with certain certified producers and that, yeah? Exactly.
You'd have to respect it. I was just saying.
Well, it'd have to be respected if it was good though. Yeah. Justin Timberlake was good, and I'm sure Taylor Swift could do it and it'd be good. Listen,
I do feel
Taylor Swift is around Beyonce certain times. She might pick up that sauce.
I do feel like when people step out of their familiar the familiar grounds, you can detect quite quickly whether it's authentic and something that they believe in, or if they're just trying a thing. Because let's not cap, guys. Like, look at the amount of artists that we've spoken to, and they've said, my label is telling me to do a TikTok song. My label's telling me to do this. And even in how they present the way they said it's being told to them, you can tell they're not on it. And we don't know how many of these artists that are bubbling up over there never wanted to do it, but did it because their label told them to do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I just feel like somebody that I have to absolutely big up, because all these names are coming into my head, right? Somebody that I absolutely have to big up to the maximum. Ray, she's just won 6 Brits. I think she's the first woman to do so, maybe even the first person to do so in a row. Go check her story when she talks about the pressures the label put her under to do certain things.
She threw Polydor under the bus, babe. Do you know what?
And got 6 Brits for her trouble.
I know a lot of people at Polydor, and I don't know if I should start asking questions like, yo, was it you? Because everyone's quiet, you know.
Let's invite them here.
She's just said Polydor, and we don't know the specific names, but let's sway away from that a little bit. The Ray story, you said check her story, but check her discography as well. Because she started out, and I've done a couple interviews with Ray as well. Nice girl, nice lady, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say that makes the thing any good or worse or whatever, but like she started out doing like R&B. She definitely went electro and dance, and then she felt like the label was pressurizing her to go down that road further and wouldn't let her release her album from what she really wanted to do. Went independent, released that album, boom blast. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
doing it on her terms.
The journey makes the victory all the more sweeter, and I just have to big her up. Like, that's all I can really say. Like, just big up you. Do you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of artists can fall off at the point where they feel like they're being smothered by the label. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, spoke about his label troubles on his album. It's a thing where people are chasing the golden egg as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, like
the yellow brick road.
polishing the diamond that they have. Do you understand what I'm saying? So can we talk
genres, man? Like before we rap, man, the genre still exists.
I want to talk about dancehall for a second, if I'm allowed.
We're gonna go to dancehall, but the genre still exists. Should we still even acknowledge genres?
I think genres. Yeah, what's this metaphor? I see genres. Oh, it's not even a metaphor. It's comparison.
He's gonna try his best to come and sound very slick. I see the eyebrow going up.
This guy's at age. Yeah. I see genres like star signs. They're a bit of a framework, but they don't describe the person. You get what I'm saying? So you could be a Scorpio, you could be a Cancer, and you might have a couple traits in there, but it doesn't mean that that's who you are. Like not every Gemini is two-faced. They might have two sides to their character.
Two-faced isms.
You said that. I didn't. I didn't. So
that's all the Geminis.
So that's how I see genres. And as I said, to sell things, to package things, we need to use certain keywords. Big up the SEO massive, yeah. Certain keywords to help people that are like people that don't know what's going on, have an idea of what's going on.
But if an artist has a catalogue that is swayed to a particular genre, artists, don't be mad when people see you as that though. Okay. Like people are human, innit?